Good morning, children. Today, in this video, I will continue chapter number 10. So, already we had discussed the history of transport. How long years ago people used to travel from one place to another, or if they have to transfer goods from one place to another, how they used to transport it from one place to another. Next comes the concept of measurements. First of all, let's study that what do you mean by measurement. So measurement is comparing an unknown quantity with some known quantity. Only then we can measure that object. If we want to measure the length of the object, you people use a scale, because in the scale already the scale is mentioned. You can check whether you want to measure in meters or centimeters. Means there is a comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. Now what happens? What is the result of measurement? So it has two parts. One part is number and other part is unit. So as you say that 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 5 centimeter. So this part has divided into two parts. One is a number like 1 you are saying, and centimeter, that is a unit. So we can say that result of measurement has divided into two parts. One is a number and other is a unit. So unit is a known quantity which is used in measurement. So different units you use. For smaller units, sometimes you use a millimeters, milliliters, centimeters, then longer units meter, then more longer unit is a kilometers. So the known quantity which is used in the measurement is known as a unit. So here one more example has been given. When you say that your height is 150 centimeter, then the measurement of your height is expressed in a number, that is 150. So 150 is a number and the unit taken is centimeter. I hope the concept is clear to you that whenever we measure anything, if you want to measure the length of a cloth, you say it's a 5 meter. So 5 meters means 5 is a numerical and meter is a unit in which we want to express the measurement. So this was a concept of measurement, how measurement was done. Next comes the arbitrary units. Earlier, children, we were using the arbitrary units of measurements. So before the development of standard units of measurement, people used the arbitrary units of measurement. Some of them are still we are using, like handspan. You can see in the figure, handspan, finger length, cubit, foot length, arm length. These are some of the examples of arbitrary units of measurement. So till now, sometime we use the handspan, we use the footstep. If there is a question that measure the length of this room, so what that person used to do, he used to measure it with the help of a foot spans. Like 15 foot span is the length of this room. So in this way, they were using the foot span, hand span, and even the cubit to measure the units or measure the length of the different objects. Children, next comes the disadvantages of the arbitrary units. We are agreed that arbitrary units were used in the earlier days, but there was a lot of disadvantage of this unit. As we know that these units are made up of the lengths of different body parts. Like in foot span, we are using the foot, and in hand span, we are using hand, cubit, we are using the arm. So these lengths, the major problem was that these lengths were varying from one person to the another. And that was creating a lot of confusion, as there would be no uniformity in the measurement. If a adult person was measuring, then the measurement was different, and if the child was measuring, then the measurement was different. So there was a lot of confusion regarding the uniformity in measurement. So there was a need to make standard units of measurement, so that uh, there should be a no change. There should be a particular measurement for each and every object. So I think the concept is clear, that what were the disadvantages of the arbitrary units of measurements, because they used to vary from person to person. Next comes the concepts of standard unit of measurement, which are known as SI units also. In 1790, the French created a standard units of measurement called the metric system. So for the sake of uniformity, the scientists all over the world has accepted a standard unit of measurement. As we have seen in the case of arbitrary unit, there was a lot of confusion, as we were not able to measure the length of anything properly. So for the sake of uniformity, scientists, what they did, they accepted a set of standard units of measurement. And that system of unit was known as a international system of unit, or we can say SI units. So the SI unit is meter for the length. If we go for the length, we have to measure the length of an object. The standard unit we can use as a meter. So there was a lot of difference as we compare to the earlier days. There was a confusion, variation was there, but now wherever in the world we go wherever in the world, the standard units are measured. So children, I think the concept is clear to you, how we are using the standard units of measurements. So in next video, I will continue that how we can measure the lengths. Till then, you revise what are the advantages, what are the different units used in the earlier days, and what is the standard unit. Thank you.